You probably heard of the company BLU. They're that Miami-based company that makes a lot of unlocked phones here for the US market, but they still have this reputation of being a third-rated manufacturer. But hopefully they're going to change that reputation. Hey guys, John V from PhoneArena here. You're watching our video review of the BLU Studio 7 LTE. The most attractive thing here has to be its inexpensive cost. Outright, you're only going to have to fork over $200 to buy the BLU Studio 7 LTE. So it's affordable on any budget, and you get an unlocked device with dual SIM slots. So if you're a world traveler, this is going to be especially convenient for you. It's also pretty compact with its overall size. The plastic materials combined with its lightweight nature makes it pretty easy in the hand. But if you're going to try to put it in your pockets, it's still something that'll stand out. It's kind of tough to do that in a way. You also have BLU's typical, mostly stock Android experience. It's Android 5.1.1 Lollipop here. So all the features of the platform, you don't see any influences from BLU's camp, so a pretty faithful experience. But BLU has a reputation of never updating its software in its phone, so that's something you gotta think about. But it's still nice that you have other features like support for multiple users. We also like its battery life. It's a 3700 milliamp hour battery, more than a day of normal usage. In our battery benchmark test, it pulls out a little bit over 9.5 hours. Unfortunately, you can't escape BLU's reputation of making cheap devices. This is true that because it features an all-plastic design, kind of boring side. It's hollow, and you have those dimple patterns in the back, which reminds the Galaxy S5, so it's not necessarily the most original thing, and it's just a very forgettable design. It's powered by a Snapdragon 410 chip coupled with 1GB of RAM. You do notice some delayed responses. It's not really good for gaming because of choppiness. You have a 7-inch 720p IPS LCD display. While we do like the generous amount of real estate that's available, it lacks the sharpness, detail, and clarity that we get in other screens. And it's just not really that bright, nor is it color accurate, and we do notice visible distortion at wide angles. There's an 8-megapixel camera in the back there for the convenience, and we say that because the camera interface only has two other shooting modes available. You have HDR mode and panoramic, and that's about it. In terms of the quality of the camera, it's forgettable. It's light on the details, it produces some bland, washed out looking colors, and it's frequent to overexpose our photos. Under low lighting conditions, you have a lot of graininess, some digital noise, and a lot of artifacting elements. And it's weird because the LED flash casts this weird greenish tone to our shots. Video recording tops out at 1080p, but the biggest problem that we have is the extremely slow focus adjustment of the camera. It just takes forever. There are dual front-firing speakers here, which are great for watching videos, but they're kind of underpowered at 73.8 decibels, and you get a sense of that because of the light tones it produces. And that translates to its poor in-call performance. You tend to have some robotic voices, which doesn't help that the earpiece is rather hissy too. Clearly, the BLU Studio 7 LTE still can't shed BLU's reputation of being a third-rated manufacturer. You just see it in the various areas and categories where it underperforms. However though, if on the flip side, if you're about savings and that's something that's high on your list, you'll appreciate what this has to offer at $200. It won't break the bank, but just a matter of tolerating some of its underwhelming performances.